when I'm hired to help somebody write, publish, and promote their book, is that sometimes it's surface level. So we'll just use the values. It's surface level.
Yeah.
But then we kind of go on this mining expedition to find what I call the golden thread, to find the golden nugget, the golden idea, which is much deeper and is underneath that. And that's where the gold lives. And your gold is where you went deeper.
You and I both can think of people, I'm sure, who we know say, yeah, I want to write a book, and you might even engage with them to support them. But you will have a feel of those who are really going to make it all the way through and those who probably don't. And that's where this word commitment comes in. And commitment, for me, I define commitment as a promise we make to ourselves. When it's in service of others, that's a really powerful commitment, but it boils down to the promise we make to ourselves. You know, I could make a commitment to you that I'm going to write and get a manuscript to you by October. But unless deep down I've made that promise to myself, I can find all sorts of excuses to offer to you if I don't come up with the goods by October. And that's even if we've got a contract and all the rest of it. It's about the promise we make to ourselves. And the way we make that promise, the way we make a commitment that holds true and holds firm, is when we link it back to what we stand for and our drivers that push us forward. So putting that into practice, if I made a commitment to you to deliver a manuscript by a certain date, then my principle of mutual respect would help drive me forward, because I wouldn't want to let you down, because that wouldn't be respecting your time and energy you put into this project. So that's why the commitment side of it is so important, and tracing back where commitment really comes from. You start with, well, it's a promise to oneself, but where does that promise get its strength from? And you track it all the way back to those non-negotiables, those drivers. That process is so important because it supports us on a daily basis, but it supports us too when we're faced with the big unknown and the big scary bears that sometimes we come across in life.
Yeah, I call it the jet fuel. You know, another analogy into aviation, but it's what catapults you to the level. For messengers on a mission, for me, is I'm on a mission to get people like you more visible out into the world, because I believe so much in your work. When I'm working with my clients or somebody that I have met like you that's not a client, but I love the conversations that we have where I'm sharing what I know about publishing, and there are things that you wouldn't necessarily know because that's not your vein of gold, but it's shining that light for people who are a force for good in the world. And that's my jet fuel. That's the commitment, yes, but it's my jet fuel because I'm on a mission to do this. It's what gets me up in the morning. It's what makes me reach out and make connections with people like you, to take the time to do this interview, to share with other people. And if you just say, oh, I'd like to do this, or wouldn't it be nice to do that, or gee, it would be good to do that, that's so surface level, because you really have to go deep.